Hi, my name's Steve Furlong. I'd like to show you today how to run the Visual AWR program for charting AWR Oracle Database AWR metrics. So first, you should get a distribution file of Visual AWR in a zip file format. So right-click, unzip the zip file into a directory. So I'll do the extract, find that new directory. Visual AWR is a Java program. You should have a JRE in your path, in your Windows path. So it should run by just double-clicking run.bat. If you don't have a JRE in your path, you may have to right-click and edit this file to set your Java home. Most of you should not have to worry about that, and just double-click on the run.bat. The Visual AWR program will start. Several options here. It opens up with the About or README file, which tells you a little bit about who the author is, some acknowledgments, folks that have done some great work that this is based off of, that this program is based off of, and some notes and a quick start on how to get started. Very, very terse notes. Okay, let's get started. First thing you'll do is connect to a database. So set up a database connection. This is a very typical JDBC connection screen. I've got a JDBC connection already set up for a 2-node rack. So set up the connection name, the user, password, the host, alias or IP, the port, and the service name. Test the connection. That seems to be working okay. And this is already saved, but if not, we would save this profile off. And next thing we'll want to do is, now that we've set up a connection, we'll want to go to the charting wizard. Select the correct connection we want to chart. In this case, it's the one that we just looked at. Again, we'll need to connect to the database before we go through the wizard. Select next, and as you may know, charting or graphing AWR information or running an AWR report, several things you have to do. Well, first one is collect the database ID, and in this case there's one database in my 2-node rack, so I'll select that one, select next, and based on that database ID I'll need to select the starting snapshot ID and ending snapshot ID that I want to do my AWR reporting for. So I'm going to select my beginning snapshot ID, and then I'm going to select my ending snapshot ID. Click next. I've got my parameters set to extract the AWR data from the database. I've got my connection name, I've got my database ID, my start snapshot ID, my end snapshot ID. Let's collect the metrics, that is. And you can see all the different metrics and values for those metrics here. Click next and simply choose one of quite a few different metrics that we can report on that will give us an indication of health and of various performance characteristics of the database. So let's pick the simple one first, OS CPU utilization. So for this 2-node rack, you can see that it's at about, let's say 20%. And this is just over the past couple of days. Typically we would want to report over 30 days to get a pretty good observation of the utilization over a decent time period. Okay, so that's that metric. Many other metrics, average active sessions. This is a very lightly used test database. Others that are usually of interest: read IOPS, write IOPS. And these are just typically interesting, and again, a very lightly used database in this two-node rack example. Okay, so we went through connecting to a database, extracting the AWR data from the DB history tables, and charting the metrics, the AWR metrics over a period of time. So the same thing can be done with a different technique by using an AWR miner file that has been previously extracted. So AWR Miner is a tool written by Tyler Muth from Oracle that allows us to extract AWR data into a file and do charting on it using the R statistical charting language. So in this case, we're going to open up a AWR Miner file. There's one included in the zipped up distribution. There's a testing directory. I click on the file to open. I'll select a chart, and this should be a 4-node rack that has been previously charted or previously collected, and you can see the metrics. This is for a 4-node Exadata. Various other metrics. Let's look at some of the typical interesting metrics, such as average active sessions, IOPS. Let's go with read IOPS. And write IOPS, and that will give you a pretty decent overview of how to use this tool, what this tool is all about. This is an example of a pretty early version of our first version actually of this program. Download it, try it out, give me some feedback. So thanks so much for watching. Take care.